करना है.
So let's start, ma'am. So good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to day two on training on Tally. Like yesterday, we have with us CA Vandana, ma'am. She will be taking today's session like yesterday. And without wasting much over time, we can start directly because we are over time now. So we can start, ma'am. Over to you, ma'am. Thank you.
Thank you. So, good afternoon to one and all who are ready to learn and upgrade. This is what my opening remark always will be there is life is always learning curve. The last breath of your life, you should be learning, should be working, and you should be sharing the knowledge what you have. So whatever I have learned in my experiences, practices, presently what I'm doing, I'm just trying to share with you. And all of you, you also can share in the field which you are experts. So ICI always invites, gives the platform to those of them who are ready or keen to share the knowledge what they possess. Important is sharing. And someone has asked for auto bank reconciliation. So I was thinking if everyone agrees, 5-10 minutes we can spare for that. Can you just in fatafat put yes if you want to see auto bank reconciliation? Those of you who have joined. Okay. So now we'll have to go to Tally Prime. So now see, yesterday we learned that auto load company, when you put the password with the same credential, it will jump. And I think 5 people have agreed, yes, they will like to see it. So dashboard is also on a load company, so it comes like this. Now suppose I want to see where is my bank statement downloaded, is there or not. First I need to see the data where the downloaded statement has been stored. So it travels from maybe sample data, maybe I can show you 8 minute. Huh? But फिर मेरा company वापस से मुझे I need to get that company also ना. So if I get something which is available to us, ooh la la. So folder wise रखते हैं हम लोग सब. साइट से डाउनलोडेड 9th मई तक है. तो साइट से डाउनलोड करके रखना चाहिए था स्टेटमेंट. बाय एनी चांस प्रकाश यू कैन डाउनलोड फॉर मी स्टेटमेंट. अच्छा ठीक है, फॉर दी सेक ऑफ दिस थिंग DAC शॉर्टकट यूज करती हूँ मैं कभी भी. एंड पीरियड हैज नॉट बीन चेंज. 1/4/24 to 31/25 cash book, Bank of Baroda, and it is say 7th May, and here is up to 9th May. So what I can do something for us, and right side reconcile button is there. So this one data has already been imported by someone. So say 30th March तक का ही transactions है यहाँ पे. So what, that is one thing. Another thing you have to observe before importing some exercise. See, there is an entry has been parked on the receipt side. So a payment side is yet to be done. Okay. So what best I can do is that, एक second, no? Demo. ठीक है. See, imagine the situations you have already downloaded these statements. Now I wanted something called say 1st May onwards transactions. So I can just shift down arrow, right click, delete. मुझे वो नहीं चाहिए डेटा. समझो. I'm just giving you an example. This is Bank of Baroda and it has been downloaded statement. So I did the corrections which I wanted in the statement. Now this is just understand, this is the path which is to be already to start with that particular bank account. I will explain you. First is whatever bank account you have to configure here, enable auto reconciliation, say yes. Then set alter auto bank reconciliation. The path should be very clear कि कहाँ पे data है. So now last year 23-24, now it is in a specified path. I will put 24-25. So path I have put, and then I'm saving Control A. Okay. Now I will go to, see the period is April 24th. I'll put reconcile, and then you want to import the statement. So press Alt O, then there is bank statement, then this is something demo XLS. Can you see these three files? जरा फटाफट yes करो ना, मेरी आवाज आ रही है ना? Are you able to hear me properly today at least? So the demo file will be importing now. This is one way of doing directly importing transactions, reading bank statement file. So total entries in bank statement 45, reconcile 0, additional bank entries 45. So this will come like this. And it will go in the end. It will be parked in the chronological order. Now, if I know that this is the entry I want to park, so Alt J, the entry which my bar was there, and then salaries paid account, I have to just pass the required which ledger it is to be posted, and the entry is done. So I think it took hardly 1 second, 1 or 2 seconds max. So accordingly, the story works. Alt J करना है, जिस खाते में आपको डेबिट करना है, just put that person's name and it is done. Whatever information additional you want to give, you can give. Are you getting? I hope this suffices the bank reconciliation. Any further explanations? I don't think we require from this. Whichever bank you want to use this feature, first you have to enable. So go to the ledger master, alter it, enable auto bank reconciliation, and then you can define the path where the statement will be lying. So this was the path what I have shown you, and it is been taken care of. Let's come back to today's session. Participant, let's enjoy the journey of auditing together. Today's world is digital era. So once again, thanks committee of members in practice to giving me an opportunity to share the Tally Prime features, where first we will go to marked voucher, which yesterday in the PPT was there, which I have not touched upon. The reason that it is for the audit or for statutory compliance also. See, I have written easing audit or statutory compliance. If we are helping the client for filing their GST returns, well, data comes at the month end to my place after month end, and then we are just viewing it, reviewing it, that it is proper or not, or any corrections, amendment required if you are doing sometimes. And then there is always a challenge. What did you did with the data? Means as a auditor bolo, yeah, as a compliance consultant bolo, whatever things, whatever transactions you are doing in the data provided by client, which has traveled to your office, how you will keep the record of it. So that is mark voucher concept, which helps us to monitor and get the details that this has been done by me as a person who is using it. Whatever. Then reverse journal for quarterly report. Reversing journal that we will be covering for every person who is dealing with quarterly reporting. It will be required. Let me just give me 1 minute. Before it gets cold. Okay. Then we'll also touch upon the audit log, edit log feature. There's a separate EXE generated by Tally for keeping note of it. MCA notification. Then remote and browser access, very important topic we must all know, which also we can train the client. So the client can use optimum use of Tally single user license also. So one single user license, if person is holding, your client is holding one single user license, how we can make benefit of using it two places, the single user license and use of Tally Prime as a paperless audit. So this is how we will be flowing today. So first of all, what is the edit log? So यहाँ पे वो mark voucher का वो है ही नहीं ना. So I have to give you demo in live tele. Let me show you how it works. Okay. Suppose I have to, I've got some data. Data comes to your office. What you have to first do is that when the data comes to your office, when you download the data, you have to enable F11. F11 में mark vouchers you have to enable. Let's go to some data if we have here. Here are some data. Control C and Alt F3. I will write specify path, Control V, enter. Let's go to this company, KBCL Private Limited. So here, F11 when I press, KBCL Private Limited, mark modified voucher is enabled, yes. So how it will work? Suppose we work any transactions we do. Alt G statistics. Statistic, there is a zero voucher. Why? Because we are in the period 24-25. So here is 634 transactions. So previous year period. We will go to on home screen, change the period 31-3-24. DOG, GSR 3B and 29th February तक का transactions है यहाँ पे. अभी from 2A I want to park one straight transactions के भाई I will do some entry here. So how it will be tracked by you? That is first thing. So there is a first of all I will see how many mark vouchers are right now there. That you need to clear out. First you have to clear it out. So control space bar, clear all marking. Say yes. Yesterday what we were working on, that was part in mark voucher. This is the same company where we were doing bill adjustments and transactions. Those who attended yesterday, they know. So now this is clear slate. So any entry I will do, this will be captured here. That's what. So whatever mark vouchers are there when the data comes to you, that if you can remove and then you do any corrections or any entry, it will be picked up by that. For the sake of repetition, display outstandings, display statement of accounts, outstanding, say payables. पेबल्स में यहाँ पे तो एक बहुत कम है एक्चुअली. थोड़ा ट्रांजैक्शंस रहता है ना तो मजा आता है तो दिखाने का भी. विल गो टू रिसीवेबल्स, F4 बिल्स, F5 बिल्स रिसीवेबल. आई वांटेड कि ऑटो बिल सेटलमेंट फिर से अगर एक बार हम करते थे, then it would have made mark vouchers में वो कैसे capture होता है. That's, yeah, you park any entry, it will be reflected there. That's what I wanted. So if I do ledger wise and I know alpha provisions has two more bills to be paid, so I do Alt G and then I go to ledger vouchers. So ऐसा नहीं, मुझे voucher, हाँ मुझे Alt bill settlement भी फिर से एक बार repeat करना है. For those who joined today, we go to alpha provisions, we go to F5 bill wise. And then we select space bar 1, 53,500 under the, so bill selected 107, it reflects here. So that is how, and then settle bills, right side button, and then if I make the payment and it is received by in my DBS bank, okay, and then I save it. So straight away it shows me against reference, I don't need to do the manner. That is first thing. Then control N and then instrument date I have to punch with hand because this field they have kept specifically check instrument date can be anything. Whenever you are doing the entry, it cannot be, it may be same or it may not be. So that field they have mandatory made it the operator to punch in. So now let's go Alt G, marked vouchers, and here is the entry. So this has been done by you. You can create an XML, Excel and send it to clients. This is how you can mitigate, even you modify any voucher, it will be captured here. So there is a data entry error by the staff of the client who has sent you the data. This all you can help take help of this feature to bill your client. Okay, whatever you say, your operator is working on the data, but still there is so many things required to finalize your data to make it proper. proper to upload on the GST portal. The same way quarterly internal review के लिए भी आएगा, तो whatever suggest amendment you do in the transactions, you will be able to factor it through this mark voucher concept. So mark my word कि mark voucher is a very important feature. So just chat box में डालो how many of you know जिसको पता था या यूज करते हो mark voucher concept का. सचिन कितनी चैट में जवाब आया कि नहीं आया? मैंने उसको हाइड करके रखा है कंट्रोल को.
आप पे शो नहीं हो रहा मैम?
नहीं, मैंने वो हाइड करके रखा है कंट्रोल, मतलब वो बार बार नीचे आते रहता है ना, जूम 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 करके.
हाँ वो पिंग आता रहता है जी, जवाब
हाँ,
तो
तो मैंने उसको हाइड करके रखा था. उसको ब्रिंग बैक कैसे करते हैं?
मैं भी देखता हूँ, एक बार देखना पड़ेगा।
हाँ, जूम का कंट्रोल मैंने हाइड करके रखा था.
हाँ, ऐसा कोई
वो हर
ऑप्शन मेरे
टाइम,
पास शो नहीं हो रहा।
हाँ वो हर टाइम मुझे परेशान कर रहा था. मैं बोला हाइड हो जाओ, मेरे स्कैनर से हट जा. बट ठीक है, एनीवेज.
हम्म
यू सी दे आर चैटिंग, मतलब एंगेज होना चाहिए मेरा ऑडियंस. ऐसा नहीं चालू करके मुझे बाजू में जाके कुछ और काम कर रहा है.
हम्म
See, my ultimate aim is that you learn whatever you are listening should be actually practically implement in your office, which will make any sense. Coming to second was the reverse journal. So that also I will just give you an example how it works. So we all have a quarterly reporting. एक तो यहाँ पे Alt N use कर सकते हैं. यहाँ पे देखो quarterly ऐसा option available है. So this and then Alt F1 and then scale factor. So basis of value, scale factor, you want in hundreds, control A, then Excel में export कर दो. तो आपका quarterly report is ready. You got my point. यहाँ पे आपको खाली F12 में जाके exclude account with zero वो करना है, तो वो भी आप कर सकते हो. This is how it will be. So tiny profit and loss, same way balance sheet भी आप दिखा सकते हैं, and you can export to the Excel balance sheet straight away, Alt F1, and then it is ready to go. So यहाँ पे मेरा basis of value scale factors I will hundreds, and then I can export to the Excel. This feature I don't remember yesterday I shown you or not. I don't recollect. And now coming to reverse journal. मुझे ना वो जानकारी चाहिए थी, how many of they are using reverse journal. हाँ अभी समझा, मेरा जूम यहाँ पे चालू है. ए बाबा यार, जूम में झूम हो गया. हाँ अभी एस्केप चला. So now I am with you all chat, not using. Amazing feature. So I think Mark voucher has helped you very much important. And now we are going to reverse journal. And all time भी शायद कल नहीं देखा था ना हम लोग ने. Okay, great. So इसको हमें वापस हाइड, वो ना वो बहुत मुझे परेशान करते हैं. So I keep hiding them. बीच बीच में हम लेते रहेंगे उसको. Let's go here and see how reverse journal will help you. We all know कि quarterly हमें report लेने पड़ते हैं. So whenever we do quarterly reporting, we will require certain provisional entries which we actually don't want to park to the books of accounts. So that is why the concept of reverse journal has come into play. Suppose के balance sheet आप fix asset F12 yes and control A. So हम लोग control N is the panel where you do the calculations, correct? So just for the sake of this thing, furniture is 5 lakhs into कितना है? 5 lakhs हुआ कि नहीं? 1 2 3 4 5. Okay, 5 lakhs into 10%. This is for the full year. And then I will do divide by 4. So 12,500. So I want to park 12,500 as my depreciation entry. So यहाँ से Alt G, create voucher. Then I will press F10 other vouchers, reverse journal. And then it is not there. Suppose it is not there in your voucher type, you have to create, activate. This is why the whole systematically I went Alt G, create voucher, F10, then search for reverse journal. If it is not there, Tally will prompt you. You need to activate the reversing journal voucher type. Activate now, say yes. So once you activate it, you have to define what date you are doing the entry. So 30th June 23, quarterly reporting. I want to park depreciation. मैंने Alt C किया to create the depreciation ledger. You can have depreciation as a main grouping and then percentage wise creation of the depreciation account. Say here it is 10% for example, and under this Alt C you can have a depreciation as a main grouping. So all this you need to learn under expenses indirect, and group behaves like subledger. So trial balance shift enter नहीं करना है, so you can write no, otherwise say yes. So just I am saving it and Alt C, up arrow 12,500. So that amount is written there. Now in depreciation, I don't want to keep the bill by bill. So more details, I have to just go here, bill by detail, no, and save it and control it. So 12,500 to furniture, 12,500. Here also they have provision for depreciation रहेगा अलग से किसी का खाता, तो they can have that against reference, but we don't want against reference. So bill by bill, no, and then yes, control A. So this is done. 30th June. See, applicable up to 30th June. So reverse journal on the date of 30th June, when I see the report, it will be available for me to view the report. And quarterly, whatever you want to write, you can write. Now, that was computer was there. Computer was there for 50,000. So computer का भी depreciation बनाना है तो control R you can repeat if it was there, otherwise depreciation you have to copy and paste. Depreciation से 40%. कंपनीज एक्ट के पूरे रूल्स चेंज हो गए हैं, तो वहां पे तो इक्विटेबल लाइफ के हिसाब से करना है, पर अनदर नॉन कॉर्पोरेट्स के लिए का ये बना रही हूँ. तो somebody से प्राइवेट लिमिटेड है, कंपनीज एक्ट एप्लीकेबल है, शेड्यूल 3 का वो जो डेप्रिसिएशन चार्ट है उसमें तो इक्विटेबल लाइफ के हिसाब से करना है. बट राइट नाउ वी आर लर्निंग दी कॉन्सेप्ट कि क्वार्टरली रिपोर्टिंग टाइप है समथिंग आई वांट टू से क्लेम फॉर. So my heading will be depreciation only. So presentation becomes easier. Certain groupings you can learn, do at the client place to make their reports presentable. Okay. So Alt C, my query was 50,000 into 10% आएगा ना, fourth quarter का. So computer, and I have finished with दो मैंने वाई पासिंग टू एंट्रीज, तो थोड़ा अमाउंट डिफरेंस आएगा तो आपको पता चलेगा. कंट्रोल एंटर, मोर डिटेल्स. यू विल से इट्स अ क्लासरूम ट्रेनिंग जैसे लग रहा है, बट नहीं, जब हम सीखते हैं हमें बच्चा ही बनना चाहिए. दैट इज व्हाट आई अंडरस्टैंड. 30th June 23, that's done. Now how it will be picked up. So we know 17,500 is a profit difference you should get. So Alt F2, here I will take 30th June 23. And what is my profit and loss for that period? Net loss of 249. Okay, you can see 249. थोड़ा condensed form में देखेंगे 249,666. So control N, 249,666, and the loss will increase by 12,500 plus 5,000. 267. Actual मेरा अगर depreciation is also accounted for. अभी now you will say depreciation. यहाँ पे देखिए depreciation heading has come, there is no amount reflected. Now I will say Alt C, and then I will have to create a scenario, because यहाँ पे मैंने scenario create नहीं किया है. So what I'll do is that I'll Alt G, create master, then I will type scenario, SCE, scenario, quarterly reporting. You can name whatever way, it's a name to pick up. Include actuals, yes, and reverse journal. I want to include. I will include this and I will save this. So now When I go here, Alt C, I will select quarterly reporting scenario. Show variance abhi no rakh. 249 and 267. So I have not posted the transaction to my main books of account, but my report for my quarterly reporting is ready. Certain provisional expenses also, if I don't want to book it that time, I just want the profitability to be impacted by that. So I can use this feature, very important feature, like electricity, certain bills like MTNL, you take a credit of GST in the next month only when you are booking it. But I want to factor it. So I don't want to post that expenses in the main books of accounts. So these reverse journal definitely going to help you out. I hope these features you found interesting and you will be using. जरा थोड़ा सा जागो and chat करो मेरे साथ. Did you found it interesting? Did it useful? And it is there from 7.2. ERP 9 also this feature was there. It's आज का creature नहीं है. It's not today's creature. So knowledge is very important. The things are already there. Nobody is telling us. So I personally feel that thanks again ICI and all the fellow brothers who have take out their time from a busy schedule to learn and update themselves. There was a little complaint yesterday that I was fast. So today I will go little slow, थोड़ा शांति से करते हैं. इसीलिए हर screen पे I am taking poser and showing you how actually you should go. And even Sachin also mentioned that YouTube video will be uploaded, so we can refer back also. So that can ease your problems. Okay. So we finished with mark voucher. We finished with reverse channel. Let's now go to the PPD. So, according to the notification issued by the Ministry of Corporate Affairs, accounting software for maintaining books of accounts used by businesses that fall under the purview of MCA should have an audit trail edit log feature. This was the circular. So, first of all, let's understand what is audit trail edit log. 2 minutes we will just invest. An audit trail edit log is a log of financial transaction. However, the audit trail edit log is not simply a log. It is the listed in order, step by step, and serves as a proof of transaction history, right from recording to tracking all changes that may take place. They can be used to keep track of and verify various type of transaction. That is what they mean by audit trail. Now, MCA ka notification, provided that what they have word used, provided that for the financial year commencing on or after the first day of, now you have to read April 23. Every company which uses accounting software for maintaining its books of account shall use only such accounting software which has a feature of recording audit trail of each and every transaction, creating an edit log of each change made in books of account along with the date when such changes were made, and ensuring that the audit trail cannot be disabled. So yesterday we spoke Tally Prime, जो सादा वाला EXE, Tally Prime normal EXE has that edit log feature, but it can be switch on and switch off. And that's why the second Tally EXE is that edit log EXE. That is a separate Tally icon will be there. I can show you Tally Prime and EL. It is edit log. Tally Prime edit log icon is there. And this is a normal Tally. Okay. Understand the difference. क्योंकि edit log, again I repeat, because it will keep trail of each and every transactions. It will load the PC with so much transaction pool. So you have to increase your storage capacity. Now what auditor has to do? What is auditor is expected of? Whether the company has used such accounting software for maintaining its books of account, which is a feature of recording audit trail facility, and the same has been operated throughout the year for all transactions recorded in the software, and the audit trail feature has not been tampered with, and the audit trail has been preserved by the company as per the statutory requirements for the record retention. This is what they are asking us to comment upon or write in the report, certify, mention in our report. So if they have not maintained, we have to qualify. And there will be penalty for not keeping books of account in a proper way, which has been asked by the Ministry of Corporate Affairs. Audit trail edit log features to look for in an accounting software. what needs to be checked by the auditors and how. So date stamp is there. The audit trail should record the details of action performed in the system date-wise. Scope. The accounting software should track all the changes done on transaction and capture such details in the audit log. In simple words, the software should track and log changes right from creation to alteration to deletions of the transactions. Edit log feature to be enabled all the time. This it can't be switch on, switch off, or temporary I close it and then again I start it. So as long as books of accounts are valid, the company requires to keep them, and the audit log should be maintained for the duration of the validity of the records. Technical log versus audit log. The audit log should not be confused or interchanged with the software login. So I am right now using remote. This is remote desktop. So there is also system log. Okay, this particular user has logged in for what time, what things has been taken. So that is a system log. And when I go to TelePrime and I do the transaction, that is the my accounting audit trail, you know. So accounting software should have separate log for software issues and a dedicated audit trail edit log that is for accounting compliance. Be aware of the difference when you choose accounting software for your business. Now, additionally, what you may look for user details in the audit trail. मतलब who is doing the entry? अगर 5 जन की team है तो somebody should be accountable ना. The accounting software should capture username details right from the creation to alteration to the deletion. You can't say creation will be done by admin. मतलब everywhere admin is there. मतलब एक ही आदमी कर रहा है in one company. It's fine. But when there is a staff strength, you are debiting salary for 5 people and then there is nobody is working. Accounts department is used by one person. No problem. Then that user is understandable. But then a team of 15 is there and then you are saying okay, only username is not available for another transaction. So that is you need to probe into. So creation, alteration, deletion should be that way taken care of. Version difference. The accounting software you use or the one you choose should show the version difference and facilitate the comparison between previous versions to know what elements of transaction have been modified or changed, etc. Like in edit log of TelePrime, you have a version 1, version 2 differential. We will showcase you what happened in that, what changes happened in that transaction. So sometimes only bank reconciliation date has been put. So then also there is a entry in the transaction record. Bank date is a one field in the transaction. Check date, instrument date, transaction date, and third date is clearance date. So these all are part of your voucher, though it is not shown at that time, but it is a part of transaction, that voucher itself. Sequential audit. The audit trail edit log to capture the details of action performed in the system in chronological order by date and time. So it should be a chronological order. So people were thinking I will do system date change करके मैं edit log आज ही चालू करूँ. आज today you implement for the last year's data. System date will be captured. So Tally is smart enough to capture that it is started on so and so date. बाद में कभी भी कोई भी बीच का transactions कुछ भी changes होगा तो Tally will also see. जिनको गलत करना है वो कैसे भी करेंगे. Ultimately, our as auditor duty is that facts and figures and document whatever you are doing. And when NAFRA is on your, not NAFRA, why not? If even if NAFRA was not there, we will do our duty in a diligent manner. We are expected. We are governed by the professional misconduct. Ethical standard board is expecting us to do. Whenever we do audit, we should be clear that we don't compromise on the quality. That's very important things I will like to mention here. Because our sign has important value now, so we have to safeguard and we should do justice for what we have been appointed for. All you need to do is to upgrade. See, ये तो TelePrime की slide है, so today is a TelePrime lecture, but in any case, another company is using SAP or ERP or Zoho or any other software. You as auditor, you need to cross check whether edit log facility is available there or not. Okay. Edit log and normal tally and ERP9 3 can function in same computer, same system, subject to a valid license. So edit capabilities, this is how it looks like. Let's have a look. आपका जब edit prime log आप चालू करोगे That's a screen snapshot. So here I will just show you any company if I can just migrate for you. So if it is not edit log, then it will ask you for the migration, you know. So that's how it works. Okay. Okay. So KBCL को ही पकड़ते हैं ना, कहीं और पढ़ा है क्या KBCL? Yes. So I am taking a different path, specified path, Control V. So if you can see, here is Teleprime edit log. This company doesn't require migration. So it is already edit log company. Understand that. That we have to understand. Otherwise, it would have prompted me for conversion. So Alt K company as auditor, first thing what I'll do is Alt K. Here is the edit log first. And company data moved from Teleprime on 20th February 24. जब भी लास्ट सेशन हुआ होगा तभी मैंने माइग्रेट किया था. So this is the log is maintained when that data has come in the edit log feature of the Tally. Okay, that is first thing. As an auditor, first I will check this. After that, what will be you will be checking is that any altered transactions are there or not. So abhi to if TDL is working, if you are importing data from outside software, some company has inventory ka module separate, and then they just pull the information to Tally. So whatever comes from that outside source resources, there will be log created that it has come from that TDL. So as a auditor, you will be able to see that way the information is captured. Display, daybook. Daybook में जाके यहाँ पे basis of value. You have to see all vouchers altered and non-altered. So show report for, I have just pressed enter. So there are 3 different options are available to me. So I will say altered vouchers and control M. So there are no altered vouchers as far as this is concerned. This is the only one voucher which was altered. I will press enter and see Alt Q because I have a query. So previous record and altered by admin. So it will show you what was the alteration in the red mark. Okay, it was 6,02,000 and then it is become 5,76,000. Take example what I have kept here for you to understand. First transaction का timestamp नहीं है, but when it was altered, timestamp is there. So when I was showing it at car, after migration, it has been captured. So this database has been changed. And there is also F12 button where show altered values only, show configuration based values, show internal fields updated by the application. So these are what exists. F12, every screen now you should see the F12 configuration. I hope you understand, and then you will probe into your queries and you keep the record of it. As of now, पूरा version 1, version 2 वो transaction के अंदर जाके ही समझ में आएगा. Repeat how to check edit log for all the entries. At one go we cannot check. No, see, you have to in any case in any each voucher there is a modification. तो क्या modification हुआ है वो तो voucher level पे जाके ही देखना पड़ेगा. But we are asking from the backend if they can provide us certain report kind of thing. इसी को transaction को fetch करके it's a big program they have to write, no, because there can be one first version, second version, fifth version also comes, you know. It's not like that case straight away you will get. Let us see Alt F3. Suppose we migrate this configuration. I don't want a backup and I will save it and I will migrate. So no vouchers entered. So this is the company of 22, 23 daybook. Alt F2 blank to blank. There is no transactions. Alt F3 KBCL Private Limited Mumbai. 81423 display statement statistics. There is no transaction to company will दिया हुआ. Alt F3 Delhi. So configuration I am saying enter, so no, then control A, then migrate. I don't want backup because मेरे पास मेल में पड़ा है data. Okay. So KBCL Private Limited Delhi, there are certain transactions are there available. Achha, can you see this tally audit? I think this statement of accounts के अंदर भी tally audit है. How this gets enabled? I will just take 1 minute of yours. Alter company enable tally audit feature. If this is yes, na, that display report is coming. This one should do. So this all comes from F12. Provide contact details, use tally vault that we don't want. User access control yes होना चाहिए. Then you are using access control data. You have to have a user name password. This is a master password. For alteration of any user role, you need this, and you forget this, the data tally data is redundant. So no answer to that. Enable audit feature, yes. So ये हो गया आपका yes. And after that, this tally audit is there, which gives you voucher types, which gives you masters, and which gives you users. So user wise kitna transactions different user have done, that report can be fetched from this module. So please explore this tally audit features, inherent tally audit features. Now coming back to edit log, once again someone wanted to see how one can check. So KBCL Private Limited display daybook, alt F2 blank to blank. Then we wanted to see basis of value. All vouchers I pressed enter, then altered vouchers control A kiya, there is no altered vouchers. So in that scenario, what I have to do every time is that I just go and make some changes in the voucher and to showcase you कि भाई कुछ changes हुआ है तो कैसे हुआ है, then how you will come to know. Okay. मतलब गंदा डाटा कौन परचेज कैश में करता है, दिस इज पैथेटिक. एनीवे ऑल मेरे दिमाग में ही नहीं बैठते ये सब. आई डोंट डाइजेस्ट. F F8 है, F9 हाँ, F9 is a purchase. So supplier invoice number is 50. 1st April party account name is say I don't know, futurize daters or creditors. Daters. यही मेरे साथ प्रॉब्लम ये होता है, we don't like to do work which we don't like. Okay. Hopefully मेट्रो तो मेरा क्रेडिटर ही होगा क्योंकि मेट्रो से मैं खरीदी करूंगी. So see, the initial understanding you should have कि the data operator should be vigilant enough कि इस पार्टी के साथ मैं डेटर जो क्रेडिटर जो वो समझ में आना चाहिए when the person is working. So nature of purchase भी देखो कितना डिफाइन किया है. So this is a very good company where purchase type also have been separately tagged, you know. So purchase from first stage dealer, okay, and you just save it. इसमें भी manufacturer imported further कुछ चाहिए तो you can write if you want to type multiple layer, also multiple go down of that customer, even multiple address of your own company also can be configured. So tally is as such samudra, you know. हमारे पास आइटम क्या है. If order number would have been there, so order में जो data होता है वो the tally captures the inventory details, then you don't need to type it. GST भी नहीं है इसके में. मैं कहाँ खड़ा था? I was under the inventory, so end of list. GST, SGST. Now you will be happy that I have not typed the figure; it is automatic coming. How it comes automatically? क्योंकि Dell laptops जब आप देखोगे ना वहाँ पे percentage लिखा हुआ रहेगा. Okay. And yesterday also we seen that once you do this entry and you want to see related reports, you can see GST tax analysis, alt F1, and then you know 66% have been charged. Okay. So this is how analysis also happens. So ये control A कर दिया. उसके बाद मेट्रो कैश एंड कैरी में जाने के बाद सिस्टम डेट अगर कोई चेंज करता है फॉर एग्जाम्पल, एंड यहाँ पे उसने रेट चेंज कर दिया 50,000, तो इट विल शो यू कि कितने बजे क्या हुआ था। ऑल्ट क्यू। सो ऑन मेरा तो सेम टाइमिंग में है, तो टाइमिंग के साथ आया ये क्रिएशन एंड देन ऑल्टरेशन। So what has been captured by them is 45,000 or 50,000 yuan. That is how Tally will give you the differential working कि क्या हो रहा है, and your GST is 12,700 become 3,000. So Tally takes care of the rates and then the GST to be confident. Okay. I hope edit log आपको समझ में आ रहा है। ये मुझे समझ में नहीं आया इतना सारा क्यों। Actually, they actually show only that two highlighted things. इतना सारा नहीं आता है। So you know you have a gist of the thing which you need to see. Okay. So edit log यहाँ तक मैंने live demonstration कर दिया. Let's go back to the PPT and understand what it shows me. So यहाँ पे देखो 3 अलग अलग नाम है, तो अरुण ने एंट्री किया था created and altered, ऐसा आपको समझेगा if that is the case. और क्या क्या चेंजेस हुआ वो भी हमने देख लिया। Ability to capture details, version, username, date, time and amount and changes and edit log are made. Okay. So ये हमने देख लिया। Include deleted vouchers, yes करेंगे तो डिलीट किया हुआ भी यहाँ पे दिखता है वैसे। So will the user be able to disable the edit log capability in the Tally Prime edit log product? No. The MCA notification clearly states that an accounting software with audit trail capability should not have any option to disable it. Therefore, it hasn't been inbuilt capability available to the Tally and the Tally Prime edit log. And for the users who do not fall under the preview of MCA rule, will use Tally Prime product, and you may choose to enable the edit log. Again, I repeated, no? There is an option given enable edit log in the normal Tally, which is there here. So this is a normal Tally. यहाँ पे Tally Prime Gold लिखा हुआ है, और अगर if you go here, it is Tally Prime edit log. See the my mouse is showing you. If you are able to factor Tally Prime edit log Gold, and this is Tally Prime Gold. Now here, if I want to do alter, say KBCL Private Limited, F12, set edit log capability, yes. This particular line was not available in edit log of Tally, edit log exe of Tally. So after that, if we go, where were we? ये हो गया FAQ. Can the user compare selected versions? The user will be able to compare selected versions with the immediate previous version, and that is the most natural way to compare. However, user will be able to press plus and minus sign on the keyboard to move up and down the version of the later version records. Can we print the edit log information of a transaction or a master? Currently, the product is designed considering the notification. However, post log लिखा है, अभी तक कुछ आया नहीं है. Okay. Can edit log viewing access be controlled through security? Currently, any user having access to view or alter transaction can also access the edit log information. However, it is fair to have restriction on viewing edit log information. We will be trying to enhance the product. So now I don't know, latest version of Tally has that ability to lock it. यहाँ पे नहीं, हमें edit log में ही देखना पड़ेगा. So if I'm in edit log and user roles, and I go to KBCL Private Limited, data entry. See, these are the restrictions. Allowed to save report. That yesterday we had seen, na? He will be allowed to save reports, delete, save view, allowed to modify WhatsApp number, set alter rules for print, voucher before saving, allowed to override tax detail, exclude on account bill from allocation, bill allocation. Yeah, this is very important feature. You know, the people have a habit They don't park against reference that bill, because now in MSME also 45 days working, that outstanding report will be haywire. If you are not tagging, your accountant, your operator is not entering the data against reference, you will have a very faulty reporting. So you need to disable, well, they are not allowed to park it on account. They have to make either advance or either adjust against the reference or make a new reference. Okay, so the reporting will be fine, because the report of bills outstanding now, wherever there is a tagging, that only captures. So on account agar rakha hai na, so that will be captured in current assets, sundry debtors listing. When you go there, it will factor. Otherwise, on account is not factored. मतलब there are two different amounts you will find. Bills receivable outstanding में से अगर आप reporting देखते हैं and on account is there, so it will not factor. But if you go to balance sheet, because it is an accounting entry, even if you parked on account, you will be able to see actual outstanding from that balance sheet display of grouping of that particular debtors and creditors. So I don't think they have allow company to connect. Let me see, even if it is a edit log, not yet come, basically it is not there. So they have to restrict, but the control, if I am having control of viewing the data, I will be able to see the edit log. Very as simple as that. So that we checked out. Let's go ahead. So someone asked, no, okay, daybook mein you can have a report of this much transaction altered. Then you filter with the amount and variance, and you check sample testing from that. Will the edit log associated with the transaction and master can be exchanged via sync or import? The edit log data will not get exchanged via sync or import. The edit log will be logged only for an on-premise data. User may sync import the data to Tally from any third-party software. So Tally cannot provide a reliable edit log for such master's transaction in Tally. So whenever you sync the data, so on so and so date it is synced, imported. That tagging will be coming, So what's there now? If any additional voucher is entered, then how will it be? See, additional voucher meaning that forms part of books of accounts or not, that you need to understand. Edit log is transactions entered, whether altered or done or not. Additional means shipping charges added later on, that it will factor. It will show you that this field was not done, it is added later on. If that is what you asked for question. Version history of all the voucher, master, ledger group, stock items will be tracked. Oh, I think it is in connection with your questions only. What information in the edit log it is captured? Version history of all the vouchers, masters, like ledger group, stock items will be tracked. Various activities ties at the master, voucher, company data level, like creation, altered, deleted, resaved, cancelled, optional, import, migrated, synced, split, repair will be tracked. So it will mention that. It will be shown to the user at the voucher, master, and the report, daybook, ledger, vouchers level. Okay. What will happen to the existing edit log data once we disable the edit log feature in Tally Prime? The another exe, which is not edit log version. So it will be retained. However, the log will not be created for the time it was kept disabled. And however, once you re-enable the earlier log will be available to be shown to the users. So it will keep in the Tally's memory when it was on as a edit log. And when you switch off, there will be no tracking of any audit trail. And again, when you re-enable, I'm talking about the normal Tally Prime, where there is also edit log feature is available at the company alteration level, master level. Will the same license work for both the products? Yes, I said Prime, edit log, and ERP9 can coexist. And again, I repeat that there is a scheme going on. If you are now using ERP9 and want to convert it first time into Prime, 17 months, you will be given license like further for 4 months, renewed for 12 months, further 4 months. And if you do after 20th of any month, there is always 1 month grace. So in totality, 17 months your license will run with the same price. Can the same data be allowed to access simultaneously by two different products, Teleprime and Teleprime Edit Log? No, obviously not. Now my data is now migrated to Edit Log, so then you can't work on Teleprime with the same database. Okay. The business audit trail हमने 2.1 से दिया था. Okay. Will the edit log data be backed up and restored? Yes, edit log data will be backed up and restored along with the entire data. So if you want to shift to a new system, you can do so without any worry. Can edit log be viewed from browser or mobile report? I don't think so. It should be allowed. No, the current scope is restricted to edit log availability on the computer system only. Will Teleprime edit log will be available on Teleprime powered by AWS Amazon Web Service? Yes, it will be available. Will Teleprime server serve both the product? Yes, it will work for both the products. Both products मतलब Teleprime Edit Log and Teleprime Normal. Please ensure to update the latest release of Teleprime server. That is the word of caution. Will modification done in the fields added through customization in voucher and master be treated as altered? Yes. It will be considered as an alteration and captured in edit log with the TDL names used in the customization. So if any TDL is been maintained by the client to handle the tally data is company specific, so it will be in edit log, it will be TDL. So the strength of your mail ID is tally.net ID. I will keep on repeating that tally.net ID should be very, very important aspect of the tally license. Let's go to now. I think, what is the time? 4 o'clock, time to get up. एक एक घंटे में कुछ करते रहना चाहिए. Now it's time to get up 1 hour securely. બધા લોકોના માટે છે. It's apply to my participant also. Because in the today's world, sitting, we are forgetting that we are human beings and we are not machines. Machine can go on till it is malfunction or and the electricity current is not coming. So that way we have to So tally data is on. I repeat, when tally data is on in your office, you can access that tally data through that not tally.net ID on your mobile, on your iPad, or on your laptop, anywhere, even in the same premises or outside the premises, using the internet facility and tally reports in the browser facility. अगेन चैट बॉक्स में डालो कितने लोग ब्राउजर फैसिलिटी को जानते हैं, तो पता चले कि इट इज इंटरेस्टिंग. चलो, so it is there for I think at least 5-6 years. 4 साल 5 साल 6 साल तो हो ही गया टैली ऑन ब्राउजर. So better late than never, है ना? It's better late than never. Okay, great. सब लोग जाग रहे हैं, ये उसका साइन है. This is required to know. When you are not having people in front of you, it's so challenging to deliver a talk. आप लोग खुद ट्राई करना कभी बिना participants to give the session, ऐसा लगता है दीवार के साथ बात कर रहा हूँ. Okay, tally reports in browser. First you have to enable at the company level, because when I am giving my data to you to look in the browser, I'm giving an access to my data, right? And if I'm giving you an access, it should be a secure login, right? And a reliable person to whom I will give the right of access to view the data. So let's understand okay, how to enable. So now for the time being, let me get edit log को मैं close कर देती हूँ. So I am getting out of this. So one browser I have closed. Another Alt F1, I can shut down the company which I don't need. अभी ऐसा हो गया, ये तो बहुत बार मुझे करना पड़ेगा। सो इससे अच्छा मैं क्या करूं? वो कल किसी ने क्वेश्चन पूछा था, आई कैन एस्केप फ्रॉम द टैली, but then again whenever I will start, I have a auto load companies, so it start loading the company, so that challenge I have to face. Okay, so now I have only one company to view. Okay, so F11 is the key in Tally to enable any features. Mark my words, I time and again repeat. Now enable browser access for reports. See, it is an online access and it is already enabled. Say yes is available. So let's say Control A. Now who, again I repeated, who will be able to view it? So as per these, you have to have the online access. ये अपना yes हो गया. Then who will be able to? So user को access देना पड़ेगा आपको. Okay. So let's give the access. Company, users and password. There is only one data entry operator. So let us go and give the access to auditor, tally.net auditor. Then I have vvdn coca yahoo.co.in. आप नए पर्सन को भी दे सकते हो. आप देखो पासवर्ड नहीं पूछा क्योंकि पासवर्ड इज ऑलवेज विद द tally.net यूजर लाइसेंस होल्डर. यहाँ पे अलाउ ब्राउजर एक्सेस यस, अलाउ रिमोट एक्सेस यस, अलाउ लोकल TDL if and these you have to do when when you what do you call it? When you go to the client, the client should give you this authority to access the data. मैंने escape प्रेस क्यों किया मालूम है? Alt के users and password because I don't wanted Manish to be overwritten, क्योंकि मनीष ने जो डेटा किया होगा फिर उसका कोई ट्रायल नहीं रहेगा. So I will do this way. Yes, yes, and yes. There should be two different name. Okay. So now you understood. I have authorized an auditor to view my data. Auditor or tally.net user license. The director can use from the tally.net license of their company. See, each tally license is tracked with one email address. That email address is your net ID. So you have to use that ID as a tally.net user and give the authority from using users and password. Alt K company tally.net user. You can authorize that way. I can have more authorization. Auditor, that my state auditor, then there can be GST auditor, and then there can be what do you call it? Tally.net user. So VMP info take 11@gmail.com. And yes, and yes, and yes, and Control A. So this is how it functions. What I did, auditor I authorized, and I authorized the director also to see with their tally.net user license. One is remote access, one is report on browser. I can authorize my auditor to view also the browser access so that they can not disturb me with any desk or TeamViewer or for that matter any sharing my screen. Once I authorize them and I give them online access without disturbing my staff, my computer backend, say they can enter into the tally license authority and then they will be able to see the tally data, reporting data. In web browser, you can view the reports and download the reports. No editing is available. I repeat, in browser access, it is view. View mode is given. So this is first step was F11 enabling the feature. Second we did user को authority दे दी. Now we will have to go here and connect the company. Online access, we have to connect our company. So we see connected for online access. And then we have to see connectivity status. Connected for browser access, connected to tally.net services. यहाँ पे अभी भी no है. So Alt K Tally.net. Okay, I'll have to see. But browser access will be done. So I have authorized the director to access this. I will do the login. Then VMP Infotech. Here is the company which is connected, can be seen by me. So company display name is Venkateshwar Traders. I went to online access. So KBCL Private Limited is the name for me and display name is Venkateshwara Traders. Understand? So this is how I wanted to show you. Okay, I can have people will not know the identity which company the person is referring to when he is on a mobile and viewing it. Someone can peep in and product. So the my laptop is open for somebody else. So the name of the company is Venkateshwara Traders over here. Understand? There is a what was this? Alt K online access. Here is the name. I have changed the name of the company. Okay. So connect company on loading. Yes. Show desktop. ये आपको जब भी start करके you want to load the company for online access. Yes, enable करना है. So desktop version. ठीक है. So now access is done and Venkateshwara is the company which is connected. So this how the reports will be available to view on mobile, on laptop or computers. So the auditors or the directors can see any reports who say whatever they want to see. So I'll just show you balance sheet 666 50590. You go to tally balance sheet. It is 666 50590.44. So understood? Whatever is here, same way it will be coming here, balance sheet. And then you can always drill down wherever you want to go. You will keep on getting the reports. Understood? Isn't it interesting? Then you say कि मुझे उसका outstanding, तो यहाँ पे देखो download features भी है. मतलब if I want कि मुझे इसका ledger है, किसी को भेजना है, तो download in Excel and PDF both is available. Period also I can change. If the data contains previous year period, I can get that information also. If there is a data, then you will get it. Okay. Otherwise, you won't be able to get it. So if data is there, whatever data is available, you will be able to see, and then you can download in PDF and Excel. So I think this is a very good feature. यहाँ पे change report के लिए आपको 3 डिब्बे you have to go see final account reports, balance sheet, profit and loss, ratio analysis, trial balance. So the auditor can download the trial balance. But here it is one difficulty is that it is closing balance only is coming. It's not in a format which I want. Display trial balance. It should have been the proper way of. So this is what suggestion has been given. Okay, whatever way it is shown here, say so it should travel with the same view in the browser also, basically. That should it be that way it should be, na, correct? So यहाँ पे change report. Every time you have to just click on a change report. But मोटा tally is available on your mobile. That's important. Group outstanding, whatever group you want to see, sundry letters. Here it is the information. So click off the button, the browser. I don't need tally first of all. See, this is something I'm giving you report on browser. So are you happy with these features and you can make use of it? I think इससे ज़्यादा जाएंगे तो time is running because remote लेना है फिर audit भी लेना है. Okay? Happy? let's go to PPT. ये हो गया आपका. So design is that mobile responsive design, horizontal, vertical, you can see. Scale factor is there, show details is there, and change of date and period. We just now we seen that we can change the date and period, and most of the tally reports are available. Security is also Teleprime needs to be open, company needs to be connected, and user ID needs to be added in tally data. First, we gave the authority to the person to see the data, your control. So this is how the browser facilities available. Then this is the screen snapshot of how you access the report. Now working remotely on Telegram. Remote means from anywhere I want to access. But in that case, I have to download the TeleX in my laptop or a computer or any device machine where we are going to work on. What is the major this thing? And the articles working from home, part-time access to tally, कभी चाहिए, partly access चाहिए. Client accountant wants to clarify doubt with article or ECA. So I don't want to freeze the screen of my other party accountant. That is important. So this is backend entry. Occasionally need a staff to coordinate from home in emergency, generally a LAN environment. And rare scenario, staff needs to make an entry and he doesn't have access to tally at home. So wherever you don't have a tally access, you can use this remote access facility with tally.net ID and on the authority. So data can be, so you will first enable remote access. So let's go back to our tally F11. Enable tally.net services for remote access and synchronization. Say yes. I wanted to why first time when we went tally browser was on, net was not on because it is not enabled. So online access, once I enabled tally.net services for remote access and synchronization. It's a separate area. Browser access is only just view. Here when I give remote access, you can do data entry also. So Control A. Now connectivity status F1, disconnect and then connect and then connectivity status. अभी दोनों का yes आ गया. So I disconnected because it was the previous version of connection was going on. I enabled F11 features for net services. And now it is on for us to access in this tally through another tally. Okay. So I will open another tally scenario. You have to understand this tally is maybe you are sitting next to me and in your laptop anywhere in the world sitting and doing the tally. But that tally exe is there. In that tally exe, you see select remote company. This is the feature you have to use. Now, this can be worked with the user ID and password, your authority. I am an auditor. Hopefully, if I remember the password, I can get into it. And if I have forgotten, then I have to reset the password. Anyways, it is prompting me to reset my password. So it is showing me which are the company right now available for the view. So that KBCL is nothing but Venkateshwara Traders. And which serial number license is authorizing me, that also I can see now, loading company. So it is as good as now remote user details. You can see Vivid and Coca. My remote login time 22nd of May at 4:20 I have entered into this company. So KBC name of the company KBCL Private Limited, Venkateshwara Traders, both is now displayed there. Okay. And I am also having the right to see, view, enter, edit, everything is available to me as an auditor. So, but I wanted to show you this. You can use it for single user license holder, can use tally.net ID and do the entry. So you have 1+1, 2 persons can work on that data at the same time. Connectivity should be there. So let's understand Enable remote access, give permission to user. So permission to user is always with the that security controls. Connect the company, that also I showed you. Alt K, connect the company. User logs in remotely from the computer using tally.id. Remote user selects and start working on desired company. So there were 3 companies. I selected the company which I want to work on. So enabling company level वो हम same है. Online access को यहाँ पे आपने yes किया, वो भी यहाँ पे हो गया. And then you have already user access, we have understood. And the connectivity status both. Browser access yes and net.access. And we have logged in through my Vivid Coca ID. That's it. And remote user कभी login किया, that details also it displays. Now we'll start with the paperless audit. Because Vishal Karwaji, you want anything to be question answer? Okay, there are some change. What about security of this access? Hacking has happened in past? No. I have not encountered any use case till now when you are using Q remote access. Because it is coming from Tally's encrypted server. So that has never happened and it is password protected. Otherwise, see, even on day-to-day usage, we know on computer, if hackers come, so पूरा बैंक को भी hack करके लेके जाते हैं. So that is a remote case, मतलब once in a lakh वाला जो case होता है ना वैसे. यहाँ तो it is automatically, it is coming from Tally server. Data is been given to you. So that much assurance I can give. बाकी तो डेस्टिनी के ऊपर किसी का कंट्रोल होता नहीं. Vishal Karwaji, please show the stage quickly for the. I will not point us down. Sir, video will be uploaded on YouTube. You can just go through the same. I think that can save your time. Okay. So here we end with this and question answers. Okay. There is no limitation on how many users can be created. But as one net login ID, at one point of time, I will be able to use one company remotely. ऐसा नहीं है कि with that user ID I have opened in this system with say Venkateshwar or Kabishwar. In another laptop I will have same net ID and I will open some second company. ऐसा नहीं होता है. So just a good question. In this case I will try to add on. See, as an auditor, there is a tie-up of institute with the chartered accountant and Tally, right? We as a chartered accountant get multi-user, हमें auditor version gold license ही मिलता है. So I myself as auditor and my 9 team members, 10 online instances can be created. So I have the authority to give access to my 9 subordinates. That email ID I also can be tagged under my main auditor's ID, and single person will, whosoever authorizes them, and I will give also the right of them to audit that XYZ company, and then they can do the audit of that company. So as a we must thank that as a multi-user license given to us at a very discounted price, and we have a 10 license, 10 user virtual users can then to name it, you know. So that has been the facility given to us. 10 users you can work on. And what was the another question? This though I don't know how many security is, there's a very much security. Let's go back to the this thing, paperless audit. User management we have already done. So data entry auditor, you have to authorize auditor also. I will just give 1 minute to this. Here when you go here, no, company user roles are important. So as an auditor, I'm going on auditor press enter. I am given the owner's right. If I am authorized now, then only I can do the editing, yeah, whatever audit you are doing, able to do. So this is very important. So the right has been given by this company, and I'm going to the instances where I'm the auditor. So DSS, there are transactions. How many transactions are there in the company? 637. So if I do any transactions as a remote user, first I am showing you as a remote user. If you do any transactions, it will be reflected in the main company also. So you go to balance sheet and say there is no conveyance now. So I will park say conveyance 10,000 and बाप रे इसके अंदर सब में वो डाल के रखा है. So 10,000 Alt A conveyance 10,000 and say cash. Okay. And then whatever narration if you do. So this is saved by me, and this is who has done is the entry is the auditor or the remote user. You go here and check the original tally, display statement statistics, vouchers 638. So it's a real-time transaction is taking place. The condition attached, both side internet is there available, and you are having authority to do the transactions. You can just go and see DAC cash book, and this is the transaction entered by us. Now, how you will track who is doing this entry? So obviously, I will entered by yes, and then I see. So who has entered this transaction? So sometimes go to non-corporate assessee, you park the depreciation also. So that's why it should be used. That user ID should, but you have to make them park the entry, because otherwise it will be like you are only doing finalization of accounts. Understand? So this was the gray area I wanted there. You to understand, you should have a tally.net user ID of the customer to do finalization entry if you are giving that kind of services. And when you start doing audit, you use your net ID to do the transactions. Very important. You can't be an accountant accounting for them for an audit when you are an auditor. So their ID has to be only doing the transactions level entry. You may suggest them, you may support them in finalization, but you should not be parking with your ID all these transactions into the system. That's what I wanted. Remote access, understand, it will be created, the log will be created. Okay. And you are very flexibly, and so one single user license works as a 2% doing the entry. Swapnil, you have any query? So this I have shown you. We have given the save time audit medicine. Now we'll go to the audit. Save time in reconciliation, respond faster, smart analysis. Okay. Okay, let's go to the data analysis. सबसे अपना important task when we are appointed as an auditor. Right or wrong? I have some Purana audit data, sample data of very old years. If you want, I can load that or just, certain features we see in this. You decide. मेरे पास, I'm asking them. Because see, client data we cannot share with on a live platform. And Tally is data, I have some very old data. It will be at ICI website. ICI has its own channel. ICI, Institute of Chartered Accountants of India, has its own YouTube channel where you will get the recording. And okay, so let's get back into this. And here we go for the paperless audit data analysis. The first thing, you as an auditor display, and what you like is analysis and verification. And this is 4.1 release, so you can see MSME Udyam report is also now created under this. That is not the today's topic, but you just came there, so I highlighted it. So data analysis is the separate dibba given for the auditor, the separate menu available for the auditor. Again, I repeat, this gateway of tally, press display, then verification. So highlighted letter is V, so I press V, and then data analysis. So data analysis, whenever you start doing F2 period, which year you are going to audit. So now the year had ended. So beginning 23 is the right thing. What you will be auditing. Okay. So, and the previous year period becomes 22, 23. So if you have finalized last year, the data lying somewhere in your folder, so you can have F7 compare company, and then you can load that company for comparing the 22, 23 closing balance data. I'm just giving you an idea. Then the company should have 22, 23 data lying at your premises. Otherwise, ongoing hai to then you Excel export and then you check the verification. So now verification. So Tally has given you a separate module, data analysis, where we do go for the audit. Here is verification of chart of accounts. They have bucketed certain filtered reports. Accounts spread up during the year. So what are their accounts? So these are the two accounts. So I have some reporting like loans spread up during the year. So whether this forms part of it. So your analysis starts. What I'm trying to tell you is that okay, these are the bucketed reports you will get. When the data comes, you start analyzing. Give half an hour of your time to design the audit plan for your team. You as a proprietor or as a mentor or a team leader, you should see the data like this, have your analysis ready, and then ask your team to go. From here, suppose I want to see the data, show ledger is there, so directly I can see the ledger. So only transactions like loan transaction only spread up during the year is not there. And there will be n numbers of transactions, so you can filter it and see whatever group wise you can check. So some data's, some smart accountant can open loan account under the heading group, sundry data, and the transaction debit, credit, and squared up. How will you come to know? So then there is also filter facility available. So here not used. So these are the, they have not used at all. So not used in current year. Only balance, no transactions. So these are all your analytical, questionable things where you will start inquiring why there is no transactions. So use only in the current year. So you know okay, these are the new created ledgers. So fair idea you get gist of the company's data. Are we understanding? So you will have a fair idea. So these are the you can a filtered report readily available for us. So if you find it's okay, then you can verify at that way. Same filtered reports are available for stock item also. If any negative stock is there, so it will list down for you straight away. The Tally is giving you the list of the negative stocks. There may be some entries which is not yet entered, and that's why it is going in negative. So F12, negative stock. F12 के बाद all exceptions, difference in opening stocks, not available in current. So these all filter is also available when you press the F12, what kind of report you want to see for the particular screen where you are sending. So this is negative, not used during the year. So it's a, this item is not why it is stopped, production, whatever queries you want to raise. Only balances, no transactions. So slow moving items or dead stock reports can be available. So there is only stock throughout the year, there is no transactions. So that gives you an report. Use only, so these are the new product line maybe started, new products. So company has entered into that kind of product sale or a purchase, you will come to know. So analysis, we have to infer on the case-to-case basis depending on the data available to you. This verification of balances works when I told you, okay, you want that the previous year data is saved somewhere else, or a split company of the previous year company, audited company can be loaded, and then it will check the difference if any. And Tally will give you the difference in red colors if any over the difference. So that compare company. the feature is available. See, what I'm trying to highlight is that you have to understand current year data will come for finalization. You select that and you load compare company from your previous folder wherever audited balance sheet last data is available. And that comparisons will be done in a one click of button. Now coming to analytical procedures. So this is a very beautiful feature available. You can use it monthly reporting, quarterly reporting, any annual features or whatever kind of audit assignment you have. Comparatives analysis. You can do group to group, group to ledger, ledger to cost category. So n number of comparisons available. You just think of and you can do it. Let's just give an example. Like if I have a group called so previous year data also available, then you can have comparisons very immediately available. You don't need to, generally what we do, profit and loss, and then we compare with the previous year and then we start doing. Here there is an analytical procedure, separate menu available in audit facility in the tally itself. So where you will have a more interesting this thing. So here 23, 24 and 22, 23, if there is a data, you will have some comparables, you know. So just now I just passed that 45,000 entry for 50,000 one sale, the expense, whatever transaction is there. So you will have differential. Immediately you will have the neck of it, and it comes with the variances. See, understand, it comes with the variances. So then there is the advanced comparison. So I can have expenses indirect, direct if I've done it. So you can add on groups. You can add on groups. Indirect expenses. So if there are comparisons, this is ease out your time, and this is available from ERP 9. Mark my words, this feature is available. It was in under in ERP 9 you have to just press CA. That was a shortcut. Gateway of Tally, just press CA and this module will open. And data analysis, since ERP 9 it is allowed. So almost 14 years this feature is available in Tally. Paperless audit you can do since then. From where I have opened, okay. See, I went into, this is my Tally, gateway, display more reports. Now, suppose I want to do audit of this. I am the auditor. Let us go here where I am connected remotely. So remote user details here also. I'll go display, analysis and verification, data analysis, and then this is analytical procedures. Or if you don't know where to get this answer, just press Alt G. आपको कोई भी कुछ भी नहीं याद आ रहा है तो Alt G करो और analytical. So all type of analytical will be displayed to you. Are you getting me? Straight away you can jump to analytical procedures, group to group. Sales is a base group. Suppose I am taking direct expenses. I have taken. See, this is this way. So you can have this way comparisons. आप quarterly कर रहे हैं, you can have a comparisons, advanced comparisons, expenses indirect, controlling. So whatever period you are, see here analysis period ऊपर लिखा है, but you see what I have selected is a quarter period. So quarter analysis also by percentage wise. I don't need to do percentage wise calculations. Define. Auto reporting is available to me. The automatic. This is a filtered reports available to us for analysis. So something which you should month on month one can use these analytical procedures for data handling. I think this should help you to do your day-to-day work diligently, without less hassles. It's a very unique feature of Tally. I always like this, you know. Expand all details. Yes. आपको amount चाहिए, खाली percentage चाहिए, percentage greater than 10% variance, तो उसमें कितना है, तो straight away वो listing भी करता है. So whatever you want to and make audit program, you first look into this. So if you look into this, your life is sorted. So this will give you very good insight. And also it is not only group, it is also compare with that cost center also if it is there, you know. So if it every यहाँ पर group cost center wise भी the reports are coming. Understood? Then pending documents. What do you mean by pending documents? This is also I'm giving you one sort of reporting. Net pending receivables are this much, and this red highlights if creditors having debit balance. So exceptional reporting is also you can track through net pending receivables summary. These are the pending bills and on account vouchers. So straight away, if you see this report every month on month and ask the accountant to clear these on account vouchers, the reports will not be faulty. So now I will take one more minute of yours to make you understand the gravity of this on account vouchers. These 14 vouchers are on account. So that means it will give you the faulty outstanding reports. Understand that thing. That what I was talking to you now, Alt G. See, I will go to balance sheet. I will show you current assets. I'll show you sundry debtors. And suppose ke control N, what is your net debtors? 941, 288 minus 164, 199. On a 777,089 is my actual debtors. As per this, my balance sheet. As per my balance sheet, 777,089. Now I go Alt G and I go to bills receivable. Right? So what is my outstanding? 659. It gives me a distorted result. So people have, have to cross check. On account has so much impact on your reporting. If someone don't cross verify sundry debtors or syndicators details with bills receivable and bills payable, and just simply यहाँ जाके वो edge wise edging करके edging by bill date 45, 90, 180 days बना के भेज देगा. This is the wrong reports. Are you understanding the gravity of the matter? On account voucher is what is the root cause for this. So you need to understand on account voucher shouldn't be there in any tally. क्योंकि अगर net होके आएगा तो reference debit or credit it will factor in the report. Otherwise it will not. Okay. So 3 escape and I am back. So Alt G again and again I am stressing upon you. I went there and I am coming back to what I was viewing. मेरा report जो है वो वहाँ intact है. So Alt G features please use कीजिए day to day operational में. So whatever reports you were looking, you are still you can come back. Net pending payables also. If sundry debtors are having credit balance, it is coming through red marking. So in creditors also, see 18 vouchers are on account. So if you again see, you will like to see balance sheet creditors, you will also come to know what difference it will make. Sundry creditors, control N, 219,857 minus 93011, 126,846, and Alt G, bills payable. See, what is the amount outstanding? 66,000. Because there is a on-account voucher, your report will never give you the right kind of reporting. So this is very important information I wanted to share with you. So as an auditor, always check this quarterly internal auditor. You are doing quarterly review. So check this way. And immediately you come to know from where. So these reports, net pending, receivables and payables under the pending documents. Now, periodic payments and receipts. Which are the ledgers? There is a repeated this thing you need to tag it. So that is called master configuration. So here in master configuration, Tally has given you period. So with the client, you sit and decide this, which are the periodic payments, like every month electricity, telephone, salary, rent. These are the expenses. Whatever is space bar select. Other comments be every month they are spending. Whatever is the monthly spend, no, should be highlighted as this. So then update. I selected and then I will update it. So it is yes. And controlling. So, and also once we have come, master configuration gives you related party also. So if someone is dealing with related party, you sit with the client and ask them, who is the related party? So samjo expense, HK and sundry creditors. So space bar, update, yes, brother is proprietor. Whatever relation is there, you mention here. So if any transaction is there, it will come in the reporting. Okay. So I am trying to give you gist. This is all exercise you should do. And sampling methods. Now, SQC1 expects you to do have a fair sampling methods. What sampling methods you use? Create samples, keep the record of document it, and do this thing. So there is something called random sampling. Now see, if I am doing purchase, I can have all vouchers, I can have amount range, I can have even numbers, odd numbers, specific period, specific vouchers. So I will be checking all vouchers. So this is how you have defined the sample, and then you will check it on later on. You will then start auditing, doing the audit virtually, digitally. And sales also, you want to do 100%. Then suppose I want for payment amount range more than say 15,000, whatever is 25,000, whatever limit you are deciding, you can decide. So this is how you can define the samples. So three type of master we have selected. And now there's a report generated for me. So conveyance, how much is there? So if there's a previous year period is there, so last year comparisons also counts here. Electricity charges, rent 6 lakhs. So, this will give you the gist 12 transactions. If are less transactions, 11 transactions, 10 transactions. So when it started, how it started, why there is the more entry, even if instead of 12, 13 entries are there. So you will come to know why this is happening. Your auditing becomes faster. Then repeated transactions. So Tally has also filtered same amount repeated how many times in the particular data. So these are all filtered reports are available to you, and then you decide, you take a call based on your own judgment. RSF, relative size factor. In the any ledger, the highest amount, the first highest transaction and the second highest transaction, it averages out and gives you RSF. So if it is more than 2, you can just check it out. What is the transactions happening in that particular ledger? It will make you probe into. It gives you the gist where you need to audit, where you need to check. This is a raw data where more exact sample is not available, but I wanted RSF you start using. Then is interbank transactions, if at all it is there. Cash withdrawal deposit into the bank, if there is a delay in the days. Very important, and my favorite is fixed asset analysis. This will ease out in the corporate's number of days used. That report is readily available. Suppose here furniture, Alt G, I will create say voucher. ये एज ऑडिटर क्रिएट हो रहा है, एक्चुअली उधर जाके करना चाहिए, नहीं तो मेरे नाम से टैगिंग हो रहा है ये सब. ठीक है. So I want F9. Then I want it is a change mode. I will want it as an accounting invoice. Okay. Why? Because I want to buy some, but I want to show you कि on say 7th of May, 7th of May क्यों 22nd May 23, एक साल पहले हमने 1 2 3 4 एक पार्टी अकाउंट है हमारा, कोई भी मेट्रो था ना, कहाँ था इसमें, मेट्रो है क्या है, जिट्टा प्रोविजंस, किसी से भी कुछ, एक्सप्रेस स्टोर्स, आई एम बाइंग समथिंग, कर्नाटका डिटर्जेंट परचेज करना, मुझे ना अच्छा नहीं लगता है। Very difficult for to change. Avian traders. Avian traders. And you have bought some furniture, say chairs or whatever. Descriptions भी आता है, ledger descriptions, and say 1 lakh. आपने कुछ खरीदी की. So what the fantastic feature we have in Tally is that Alt F1. So 315 days it calculates for me. Alt export to Excel, my days while reporting is ready. What I wanted to show you that this feature is available. Fixed asset analysis. You have to use this feature. There are 5. There are 50 more, but your time saves. Tally will calculate the days for you. Okay. I hope you will definitely like these features to be used. Any transaction on holidays. So company should avoid working on holidays if the transactions are punched on holidays. It should be available for us. And there is also master configuration. Holiday configuration is there. So Sunday is Saturday, Sunday जो भी off रहेगा, weekly off. So it gives you the option. The company is working 5 days a week. Then you have to define all this. So once you define, Tally will throw the report. These are the transactions done on the holidays. That is Saturday and Sunday. जो भी park हुआ. If there is a sanction and applicability, you will take it. Otherwise, you will put into your report. Highest and lowest value transaction. In a same ledger, what is the highest and lowest amount? That also gives you an insight. So these are different methodology available, filtered reports available in a bucketed list, like for us readily available for the auditors. Pending advances, if any advance given, this is also helpful for us to understand what needs to be checked out. Why the advance, and advance for business purpose or what purpose? That you will ask. Purana which check is not used now, so RTGS and QR code and digital payment, but still some companies still use checks. So this gives you reporting issued 3 months later on. Bank repo में जाके भी any transaction outstanding more than 3 months you will be probed. So what we ideally did was this. This is the framework. 30 minutes. See, my session 4:20 I started. In 25-30 minutes, fairly we run through the data. So as a senior, you must run through the data, have a preliminary review of the data, and then depending on the importance, you will hire the team and make the team work on it. Now, voucher verification. So out of total 639 vouchers, there are sampled is 149. Related party transaction is readily available to me. Brother is proprietor. What are the transactions taking place? These were the transaction took place, with that ledger. So for your 3CD also, this related party report is readily available. Proper tagging is done. Now right arrow I pressed and I went on to sampled. I will go on to sampled. And then I have to actually do the audit, right? I should do the audit. So sampled vouchers for the selected voucher type. I am pressing enter. I am pressing enter. And I need to see the voucher. So control enter. I will just check into the vouchers. So I am going through the internet to that company. Now that's why that dibba comes. So with बहुत सी company, they also attach the documents, or you have a PDF documents, or you have a purchase file available with you. You can cross verify. Nowadays in GST era, 2B is the fine-tuned things to cross verify. So you can have a filtered Excel export and then check. All that can be done. So here is what you see, that I am okay with the data, e-way bill and cross verification done. So press enter and it is say verified. Okay. So this becomes your, these you can then export to Excel as your working papers. That verification has been taken care. And here suppose I have a objection. Why? Authority was only 30,000 and then he has purchased more than what the person was authorized. So external clarification, authority no, not matching. He is not authorized. And किससे आप चाहते हो मतलब to who should answer from the company, you know. So if there are 5 users, the account administration, warehouse, कौन किससे क्या, which department will be answering. The multi-user you can select also this way. So this is how it functions. So if you send this external verification here, suppose some of the transaction you may have internal observation, your senior wants to see. We have not verified the order, but bill was found in 2B. So accepted. So your summary note you have mentioned in your internal observation. I'm just giving you a gist of it based on transactions. Now already export करके आप this you can put in Excel as your remarks, audit report, documentation. You know, you understand. Peer reviewers can view what actually you are doing is done or not. Now this is from my side कि I did it. I send them the query कि बाबा मुझे authority is not matching. How that user will come to know? And whatever is done is a internal observation 1 and external clarification 1. Now let's go to their tally. अब हम जाएंगे उनकी टैली में जो यहाँ पे कनेक्शन जिन्होंने मेन टैली वाले ने मुझे कनेक्शन दिया. How that user will come to know? Display statement of accounts, account books, sorry, display account books and voucher clarification. Here is the, and then here need clarification. The other party, the client will come to know that I have asked for. So now what VVD and COCA has asked this authority not matching. So you will have that clarification to show clarification to show narration. Whatever you want, you can write here. So now that person will enter and give me the answer. I went down and then I press enter. So attaching the exceptional requirement and authority was passed on. Authority was given. So उनका जो भी explanation होगा, they will send and in email they will share the documentary proof. So it goes out of his bucket of verification. And if I go to my tally, here voucher verification, it is now clarified. So this is how work. And then if even if I audited some voucher and someone alters, it will come and park here. अगर वो भी आपको देखना है, so you can see this voucher which is verified of 3rd April 23, avian traders. So I go here in the original tally, account books ledger, avian traders, and I change anything. See, you don't know what is happening. वो वर्जन वाला रहेगा, उसी में से आता है 100 piece. So if anything is happening there, I have already audited, correct? As auditor, मेरा security क्या है? So it will park here and it will show me it has been altered. क्या अल्टरेशन है वो एडिट लॉग होगा, उसमें आपको समझ में आएगा. ऑल्टर्ड बाय एडमिन, टाइम स्टैम्प लग जाए. ओके, ये सादा वाला टैली है तो दिस मच इंफॉर्मेशन विल गेट. इफ इट वुड हैव बीन एडिट लॉग देन यू विल गेट द ओरिजिनल क्या था, व्हाट अमेंडमेंट टुक प्लेस, ऑल दैट इंफॉर्मेशन. But at least you have an assurance level that after your audit somebody has changed, then again you can do the re-audit basically. So this is how the whole trail is maintained. Well, audit can be done using the tally digital audit. What I mean by that. So I hope you have. This PPT I will also share with Sachin. You can share with them. So there are screen snapshots. Whatever we have understood till repeated transaction, related party, creating sample, and total transactions, special category, sample transaction, audited, alter. So this is how to create sample. That also we learned. Auditing sample vouchers, that also we done. Just press enter, then it will be hold. And at one go अगर समझो 5 vouchers आपने क्रॉस चेक किए, आपको पता है, आपने वेरीफाई कर लिया है, so you can have at a one go also verification. No? Suppose control space bar, and then you can have verification at one go. Verify. So this way you can also do bulk verification. It's not like single entry only have to do the enter and okay, enter and okay. You know. So the internet bandwidth is very important when you are working on the database. Are you understanding? So at one time, selection of certain vouchers and you can do it. Okay. So we again go back to this. I have explained you viewing different vouchers, verification dashboard, sample, okay, different type of sample. This also verification note also we have. Related party reporting also we checked. So this all we have done. And last but not the least, there is something called exception reports are available. This is also very important. यहाँ पे negative ledgers, negative stocks. So all this you see reversing journal register is also available. So अगर if reversing journal has been parked, you will come to know. So that's how marked vouchers is also there. Exception reports. Okay. So whatever work I have done has been listed there. I hope with the given time and this, we could cover the whole audit trail, auditing and everything. And auto bank reconciliation at a start. Thank you very much. I think we are in time. Sachin.
Yes, ma'am, we are in time. We have just touched the bar of 2 hours. We started
Yes.
on 3:05 and completed on 5:05.
That's what. I wanted today at least I cover up and finish it in the time.
Yes, that's what punctuality is all about. Hmm. So, thank you, ma'am. One word to describe a session for 2 day session was it was fantastic, ma'am. And the way you explained Tally was clear and crisp. And I hope the participant must have learned something and from you. It, I hope I have learned from myself when they are practicing starter content. So they must have learned so much. And I see that the audience still there for 2 days. It was quite engaging for them also. So that the teaching style was quite confident, which is not usually seen in many speakers. But the way you are as a person, it was reflected as a speaker, ma'am. And the way you answer the questions of the participants and provide them practical tips and the patience and expertise you showed, it was quite a valuable learning experience for them, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am, for the excellent
Sachin,
PPT you showcased. Yes, ma'am.
Anirudh has asked, sharing your in-depth knowledge. Considering audit team is small, is it better to use the silver or the gold version of Tally? Now,
Just
simple analysis was
didn't.
that silver will give you 2% only can work, and there will be one scenario
Okay.
online. But Tally का
Okay, ma'am.
tie-up है अपने institute के साथ, तो by default, if I purchase someone who is registered after as a chartered accountant after 2015 will get 80% discount. And
Mm-hmm.
prior to 2015, if you are a chartered accountant, then I think 30%
Mm-hmm.
discount. So then also it is a
No, ma'am,
so
80% discount on the MRP is there.
yes, that is there, but you should be latest chartered accountant. मतलब youngsters को हमने ज्यादा benefit दिया है. Previously,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
everybody was on the same footage.
Mm-hmm. Right.
Previously, everybody was on the same footage. So
Yes, ma'am. Yes,
now
ma'am.
it is like what do you call? They have graded. थोड़ा भी price everywhere it is going now. Price rise is there
Mm-hmm.
and continuous updation.
Yes.
And believe me, before we end up, just wait for Tally 5.0. It is coming with total automation.
Yes, ma'am. We look forward for a session on 5.0, ma'am. And
Yes,
hope the participants enjoyed the 2 days. And we hope to see you in further session. At
yes.
every week, a session on every other tool is conducted, and we hope so. You are
Mm.
back as a speaker in some other session of Tally. Thank
Yes,
you,
my
ma'am.
pleasure.
Thank you, ma'am.
Bye
Thank you
for
so much.
now.
Bye bye.